Okay, I have an order for a BC special going to Canada. BC is sending a knife to BC. That's British Columbia. So here we go. This is the first knife on my brand new jig. Chicka wow wow. So he's chosen desert ironwood, which is the wood I would choose. That's gonna look nice. And brass pins. And I've mentioned this before, but I'm only using 2 pins on my handles now. Just looks nicer, and honestly, the pins are more for looks than anything else, because the epoxy is what holds the handle on. And I have seen video after video of people doing experiments trying to get the handle off. I mean, with no pins. And you can't do it. You have to cut it off and then sand it. And I've experienced it myself. I've screwed up a pin, and so there was no getting the wood off. So I cut as close as I could to the metal through the wood and the pins, and I still got it. I screwed it up. There's no fixing it. I cut into the metal, and I never did get the handle off. So I'm telling you, the epoxy is what holds the wood on, not the pins. The pins are, aesthetically appealing. It's traditional, and that's why I use top of the line epoxy, NASA grade. They build boats with West System in Turkey. Oh yeah, I'm kind of into yachts. I'll never own a yacht my whole life. I don't even like the ocean, but I like looking at yachts, and I like seeing how they're built. And I watch videos of people in their 70-foot owner-driven yachts crossing the Atlantic, crossing the Pacific. I watch a young man named Sam Holmes, Holmes. Sam Holmes Sailing, I believe, is the. Anyway, I watched. He's in a tiny little sailboat, and you would not believe where he'll go across the Atlantic, the Pacific. He has showed videos where he's been in 15-foot waves in that little tiny sailboat. Frightening. And he smiling and laughing and happy. And I feel like if he were to suddenly die, he would be okay with it, because he would die doing something he absolutely loved doing. And he makes enough from his YouTube channel and patrons, whatever, to have that life. Anyway, I enjoy watching videos about ships and shipbuilding, yachts, not ships. And in Turkey, they build a high-class yacht. It's pronounced Vicem, but it's spelled V-I-C-E-M. And they make, from 30 to 70, 80 foot. And they make these boats using the cold mold process. And they use West System G-Flex epoxy to put their boat together with. So it's exposed to water its entire life, ocean water, flexing, through waves and stuff like that, its entire life. And that's what this is. Anyway, that's what I was leading up to. Pins are nothing more than aesthetically appealing to the eye, and it's traditional. So there's really no need for them. And, someday I might make a knife with no pins, just because you get to see more of the shiny, purty wood. And I may do that. But I'm putting pins on this until somebody asks for a knife with no pins, or is comfortable buying a knife with no pins. I'm going to keep putting pins in it. But if I made one for myself, I wouldn't put pins in it. That way I could see, the beautiful wood and not have brass holes. What a brass hole. Anyway, I guess I'm trying to delay getting this on the bench grinder. First one. My hands are shaking. You want to watch? I can already tell this is not. I may have to adjust the angle, but that's what we're here for. All right, I'm gonna set you up in the camera and you'll be able to watch my brand new table, my brand new jig. Let's get to work here. All right, I don't know if that's gonna be too vibratey or not. We will see. I am very nervous. I really want this to work well. I want it to slide across this table good because I put a lot of thought, a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of effort into redoing this. And if it don't work, I'm screwed. Yeah. Let me get before I start, I'm gonna get a wrench, just in case I can't do this by hand. Okay. Alrighty. Noise alert. I'll try and keep this light out of your way. Here we go. Let me get my mask on. Okay. Praise the Lord, let this first one go left on this. Man, it is almost too slick. Holy crap, that is way too slick. Golly. Man. I definitely should have practiced before I used the knife, but it's coming out all right, but my goodness. I'm sure having to hold my tongue right. Tell you what, I'm going to move it up one more clip. Man, that is so slick. That is completely not what I'm used to, so this is going to take a lot of getting used to. Good Lord. I mean, it's working just like I wanted it to, but I probably should have took a sacrificial piece of steel and experimented a little bit. Okay, this is it's doing good, but I'm going to do a couple passes on this belt. And no, I'm not. I'm going to go up one more grit. I think this is 80 and that was a 60, so let me, well, let's see here. 60, 60, 80, 120. Alright, I'm going to turn the knife around, put my other belt back on. So one side looks great. I hope I can duplicate it. Let me hit it with some water real quick. Contact. Nowhere near. All right, let me go cut another one out. This is not what I'm shooting for. This is really gonna take some getting used to. The other side was perfect. This side, not so much. All right, I'll be back. All right, I decided to make it a full grind. I don't do full grinds often because it is so much sanding. But I want these bevels to come out right. So I'm gonna go ahead and invest the sanding time. And already I'm sweating. It's only in the 80s, but we have had so much rain and I'm not complaining. I almost want to turn my AC on. All right, I'm gonna get some sandpaper out and get to sanding. we'll see what it looks by the end of the day. This is definitely gonna take some getting used to. So until I get used to this, I'm probably gonna make full grinds on my thicker knives. This is why I can do a full grind on this, because it's such a thick knife to begin with. The only thing is I'm gonna have to be careful when I heat treat this. It may develop a warp, so we'll know in a day or two. Let's see, tomorrow, Wednesday. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, but I think Thursday I'm going to a friend's house and try to get a lawnmower running and a couple other things. So tomorrow I'll probably be able to work on this some. Okay, let's get to sanding. Okay, I'm wasting my time trying to make a good knife out of this. So nothing has come out right. I could fix this right here, but then I have this, the cutting edge that's not quite square. You can see where my grinder stopped, and then I could fix that. But then my bevel, my plunge lines are so far off, it's ridiculous. And there's no fixing that. I didn't realize how far off they were. And there's no coming back from that. So I'm not even gonna, there's no saving it, there's no making something else out of it. So I'm gonna cut another one. So here we go. Got it cut out, got it shaped, got it ground to the right curves and all. So now I gotta pop a couple of holes, dicum this, and it's by then it'll be 3 in the afternoon, and I spent a lot of time messing with that other one trying to make something decent out of it, and I realized it just wasn't going to happen. So when I come out tomorrow, I'm going to use my old jig because I can't afford to keep wasting metal. I don't have a whole lot of this thickness left. I got plenty of the thinner knives, the dinner skinners, the neck knives. Those I have plenty of metal, but these I've got about 30 more inches of this left, probably enough for 6 more knives. So I can't afford to waste it. So and I really want to get a good start on this because I am not going to be here Thursday. So I'm going to get everything marked. I'm going to get my holes drilled. I'm going to get my lines marked. And tomorrow I'll come out and take a deep breath and see if I can make a better job at grinding some bevels. See you tomorrow. All right. We are back at square one. But it's going to be a good day. I know it is. Not today, tomorrow. So I have a choice. Either grind this now or grind it tomorrow morning and think about it all night how I'm going to screw it up tomorrow. I'm going to wait till tomorrow. First thing in the morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And I'm not giving up on this. This is just going to take a whole lot of practice, okay? You know, I do know what I did wrong. Usually, I start with my bevel at a steeper angle and I grind into my line, and then I adjust this back further and further and further and bring my line down to my scribe line. And I didn't do it. I started too steep here, and I should have stopped and cranked it in, ground to my center line here, my bevel line. That's the center line of the knife. But I didn't do that on that. So anyway, tomorrow we'll be back first thing in the morning. Well, I keep saying see you tomorrow, but I took this out of the garbage. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Now, this is not spoken for, so it's okay if I, experiment and screw this up. What I'm going to do is move the plunge lines back. Hold on, let me zoom you in a little bit. move the plunge line back closer to where my thumbnail is and do a better job of making them equal on each side. And who knows? I mean, I don't have to come back much, just 3/30 seconds. Yeah. And then you know, if I can make a good knife out of it, I will. But since this is not spoken for, this is probably something I ought to practice on. And you know, that's what that's what scrap steel is for. So I'm not going to mess with this tomorrow, but when I finish with this knife, hold on. When I finish with this knife, then I may mess around with that a little bit and try to get a little more experience on the new jig. Keep it up. I promise. Just a few more weeks and your vacation will be approved. A few more weeks. Hang in there. Yeah, well, there's no more room in it. There's a 1/2 inch of room in it. Yeah.
What is it?
It's 4 3/4.
Okay, well add another 1/2 inch to that because I dumped out a 1/2 inch.
Okay. 5 1/4.
Okay, here's.
That's 5, so 5 1/4 would be right up here.
Okay, we're kind of dumped.
Yeah. So what is it now? 4 3/4.
So 5 1/4 total is what we've had. And look, there's no water standing anywhere.
Yeah, so it's all soaking in.
We're probably 15 inches below.
Yeah.
Probably
it's
more than
been
that because we didn't get any rain last winter either.
been a dry winter and a dry summer.
But overnight, this is greened up.
Yeah, I thought it was all gone, and
Yeah,
even
I thought
Bev's
it
yard
was-
is greened up. Greened up real nice.
I thought this had died right here.
Yeah. Okay.